to perform in Trinidad, Vybz Kartel and the manager is basically refusing to repay Trinidad the $950,000. It's either one or two person line because the promoter saying that he never got back the money from Kartel, and I don't know what Kartel is saying, so more than likely that's why they launched the investigation, because it seems as though Kartel might not be giving back the $950,000. I understand that there's something called breach of contract, but breach of contract can lose almost $1 million US when booking an artist to come and perform, knowing that that's the only reason why you'll be paying anything close to that is crazy, bro. And then on top of that, after Kartel was offered $1.3 million and did not turn up, Sizzler said, if you would like me to go on stage, you will have to now pay me $1.3 million. This is nonsense what to talk about. Monkey see, monkey do. Eventually, all these little artists that got come to perform in the Caribbean go on $700,000-800,000 US. Understand this, there's mid-range artists, even by international standards, who still charge like $300,000 to $400,000 US per show. I don't know how Sizzler end up to 1.3 million. Big up Sizzler. That's one of my number one culture artists. But to charge somebody $1.3 million to come and perform in the Caribbean, again, is crazy. And the more that we keep allowing it in the Caribbean, is the more we will not be able to afford entertainment. Is the more you're going to pay like $200-300 US for a ticket to go to a concert, knowing fully well that's almost 3/4 of your month wages. That is crazy, bro. And if this is what Vybz Kartel and his promoter is on, where you could pay $950,000 and because you owe them like $350,000, they don't turn up and they keep the whole entire sum. Promoters really can't make money out here, because at the end of the day, I think one of the main reasons why the promoter has not refunded the people in Jamaica and Trinidad is because he generally don't have the money to repay, because the whole show was a bust. Sizzler didn't perform, Vybz Kartel didn't perform, and these were the two headlining artists. So more than likely the promoter has $0. So now in Trinidad, the rumors are anyway the seas on site, people want basically on a live this man. So this is the type of pressure what promoters gonna be put in if they don't make the right decision. And this is the type of pressure that poor people can be put in if you don't make the right decision, because you're gonna pay exuberant amount for ticket. Like a ticket was in Guyana, that's some ticket for like $450,000 Guyana dollars. That's roughly $2,500 US. And imagine you pay $2,500 US, the artist don't turn up, and the promoter gonna withdraw your money, because well, he done give over most of the money to the artist, and he broke and can't pay y'all back because the whole production, everything out on the train. So people be smart. When you hear certain artists come into your district, when they reach, then buy a ticket. Me give a promoter vex. I'm looking out for the people, and that is Facts 100.
I know a lot of you on here are not going to agree with me, but I totally understand what this guy just said. And these are some of the things that I have been saying for a long time. By the way, if you haven't liked the video yet, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell and choose all so that you'll be notified whenever I drop my new video. Yes, so as I'm saying before, this is some of the things that I was kind of saying, like 900 legally contractively, the promoter possibly cannot give out the money because he signed an agreement. I don't know what kind of position the promoter was in, why he ended up in this kind of position, but this is the position that he ended up in. And you know, Vybz Kartel got paid $950,000 from $1 million US dollars, and Vybz Kartel fans don't really see nothing wrong with that, even though at the end of the day the person that's going to end up get it with this situation is all of the fans, right? It's all of the fans that's going to end up get it with this situation. At the end of the day, when it came down to this situationship, I kind of sort of, when it comes down to the fans, right? I felt, and when Vybz Kartel realized he was going to get paid or whatever, like, I feel like he probably, I don't know. It's a sticky situation, just because the fans are the ones that got hurt. Not going to get hurt, they got hurt. Because you have some fans, like the guy said, that paid $2,500 US to go to see Vybz Kartel. So at the end of the day, they're the ones that end up losing. Yes, the promoter whole lot of money, and that's a big old heavy burden to carry. You hold all these people, but the fans are the ones that lost. And I am sure that the fans must be real upset right now, because you have one Caribbean who was like the host of the event telling the bank not to pay back the people them, which is crazy to me. Which is crazy to me. And also what this guy just said is exactly what I was saying too. Like, people are going to be scared, you know, gonna be scared to buy tickets when, like, especially in the Caribbean. Listen, this situationship with this, whether Kartel fans want to realize it or not, this situationship is gonna cause, it's gonna cause a situationship where, just like the guy said, people are going to be scared to buy. It's gonna cause a ripple effect where people are going to be scared to buy their tickets, and they're gonna wait until the last minute. They're gonna buy at the gate. And so when they're gonna be thinking, oh, the event is not full and all these things, it's not that it's not even full. It's because people are not gonna wanna buy any tickets yet. People are gonna wait. I said the same thing. And when I talk on here, you guys, you Gaza fans or whatever, coming on here talking about I don't know what I'm talking about, and I need to get my facts. Y'all need to listen, because I'm educated, okay? I'm an educated girl talking to you guys. I'm not no idiot talking to you guys. I know you guys would wish I would be uneducated. Sometimes when you guys answer me and reply to me on here, I'll be wondering about y'all education on here. I'm wondering if you guys don't listen to me when I speak. You guys don't listen. You guys just jump and ready to type. I'm a critical thinker, and I study critical thinking. I study socialism. I study psychology. So don't play with me. I'm not an uneducated YouTuber, okay? I know how the mind thinks. I know how people think, okay? So yes, this is going to cause a situationship, just like this guy is saying. So y'all ain't gotta listen to me, but it's what's gonna happen. Because like I said, a lot of times y'all be typing up stuff in my comments, and I'm like, I didn't even say that. Or obviously y'all not listening. You know, you're gonna say, oh, I'm not coming back on your platform and all that stuff. Fine, but that obviously is telling me that y'all are not listening. But this, I understand Vybz Kartel did not get paid properly like he was supposed to get paid. And in a contract, yes, that's how it works. The problem is, this is a big price, $950,000 US. And I'm also wondering if this possibly even have anything to do with the government of Trinidad, because you know that the government of Trinidad was already giving Vybz Kartel a fight. And I'm hearing some talks, but I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's facts. I don't want me to get my facts straight, because everything is hearsay, unless it's, even if I heard from Vybz Kartel or the promoter, it's still hearsay. Yes, hearsay can't go to court. I can't go to court with this situationship. Okay? Listen. The Trinidad government was already giving Vybz Kartel a fight, and I heard that there's some money issues with the money traveling and all these things. I'm hearing some talks about the money traveling, and they can't get the money to go across and transfer ship, and the huge amount of money. I hear the bank talking about how much other people down there, other important people down there, is not able to get certain amount of money, and this promoter is able to get this amount of money and all these things. Like that's kind of talking is kind of stupid, because at the end of the day it's still business. But I don't know, but the problem that they have is that this huge money is coming out of their country and it's going to another entity. So that's their problem. You understand me? That's their problem when they feel like the money is coming out of their country and it's going to the US. Just like in America, our president might get upset with our money leaving to go to other country. Same thing. So I'm wondering if there is any possibility that there's a hiccup, or there was a delay with the paying of the money to Vybz Kartel because of the government, because we did hear that, and we're hearing that there other people was supposed to be getting paid and they're not getting paid, but Vybz Kartel money was being moved and all these things, and the government is upset about that. And of course the promoter might not want to say nothing about that. He might not want to say nothing about that. He might not want to cause no problem between him and the government. But it's a possibility that this is what has been causing the situation ship. But the promoter probably just don't want to say nothing. But like I have said before, I've heard this about the holding on of the money and all these things. So it's quite a possibility that that's why Kartel didn't even get his money. And if that's the reason that Vybz Kartel didn't get his money and the promoter end up losing, because the promoter lost. Whether Vybz Kartel fans, Gaza fans want to believe it or not, the ones that want to come on here and cuss me and say me supposed to, I'm just telling the news, and you guys want to hear what you guys want to hear, and then you guys are going to end up being sad and whatever, and like oh, if something happened, and because a judge, even though it's a contract, and I hear a lot of things on the social media, and sometimes when I heard this one guy talking, some things that he said make sense, but not everything makes sense, because okay, it's a contract, yes, and legally binding, Vybz Kartel can take the money. However, it's a large sum of money, guys, and a judge, if it goes to court, a judge can make his discretion and he can rewind and unwind the thing, right? He or she can, yes, they can. Court can tear up contracts, court can tear up wills. That's why you have court and you have ice court and all these things. And then when you even have the prime minister, what kind of prime minister he is? When you have the Trinidad prime minister coming out and talking about this situation ship, and if this goes to court in Trinidad, Kartel might have to pay it back if it leads up to the discretion of the judge. Because remember, them already don't like him, it looks like. Trinidad people already look like them don't like Jamaican. So any game can play. Any game can play, and that's what y'all don't understand. Any game can play. You understand me? So I hear a lot of noise, and then I also hear this one guy saying, oh, the promoter talking too much, and the promoter doing this and the promoter doing that. The promoter has not said, well, yes, Vybz Kartel can sue for defamation of character, but I don't think he has said anything much to be defamed. I don't think the promoter has said anything much to be defamed for. I don't think the promoter has said anything much to be defamed for, because really and truly, even though this is not what Vybz Kartel fans want to, and I am a fan, so yes, you guys tell me all the time, oh, I'm not a fan and all these things, just because I know law. Yes, I do know law also. Yes, I do. I know American law and Jamaican law kind of run the same way. Now most laws run the same way, but I know American law. I'm not a lawyer, but I read a lot. I'm educated. I'm not dumb. Anyways, what did I say? He has not really said anything much that Vybz Kartel could defame him for, because really and truly, maybe possibly in the eyes of the law, Vybz Kartel kind of sort of started this by pulling out of the concert. Vybz Kartel kind of sort of started this. That's how the judge could look at it. Well, it is something that was going to be talked about, because this is a big public event that you pulled out of, and the promoter had to give an account of what happened. And so that's all that Mr. Promoter was doing. He was giving an account of what happened. So there is really no basis for defamation. Yeah, so it's just a sticky situation, and yes, the promoter can bring. Who is One Caribbean, guys? Is One Caribbean, and One Caribbean is the event people. It look like. Put it in the chat. Don't tell me if you're gonna investigate nothing. Okay? Put it in the chat. One Caribbean is the event people. Then you have the promoter, right? The promoter, yes, anybody can sue anybody. You guys are saying the promoter cannot sue Vybz Kartel. Why not? I hear this one guy saying, oh, he can't sue Vybz Kartel because it's a contract. What he needs to do is go and sit down in a room. He need to go and sit down in a room with Vybz Kartel and Ray Ray Tay and beg. No, he does not, because at the end of the day, there's people's money involved in this situationship, and I think that's what you guys don't understand. People's money are involved, and because people's money and Trinidad money, because that's how Trinidad is looking at it, the money is leaving the country. 1.35 of their money is leaving, and it is going to America. That's basically what the Trinidad government said. That's what he said. He's acting like he or she, Prime Minister. I heard that she's a lady. They are acting like American money don't come to their country. More than 1.35 million dollars don't come to their country. But like I said, with the Trinidad government being so upset about this money traveling out of their country, it's the same way. If you guys haven't known, I think there was a law or vote that came in. I think it came in already. I don't really know, but they voted on it or something, where if you're not a citizen of America, of the United States, and you're sending money out of the country, you're going to be taxed. Yes, you're going to be taxed. I forgot, between 5 and 50%. I don't remember the exact percent. Don't tell me to go investigate nothing. Or no, go and go investigate it on yourself. It's on Google. Go ask Google. I don't have time to Google because I'm talking to you guys. Anyways, I don't want to go much further with this video, because I didn't even realize I was gonna go this far with this video. So What is under my nose? Like, comment, share the video. What is under my nose? I'm out.
Mine. And then I realize, see me how them bash the church and see how the church a fool people and pastor trick people and things. So what the difference with Vybz Kartel? Because I see him thing him doing in a different farm, you know. See him thing him doing in a different farm. But some people don't see no problem with that. Just like how much money he might charge right now for do appearance. Because really and truly, this man don't know if he perform. You know what I mean? He could have 300 million hit song. The fact is the matter, he don't know how to perform. Because really and truly, me see all people are match him up with Bob Marley and Michael Jackson. You can't do that. You can't do that. Because he's not an overall, all-rounded artist. He only versatile, you know, to write lyrics and go in a studio, but he don't know how to perform. You know what I mean? And he's very intellectual in terms of when he articulate himself and can talk. You know what I mean?
As me say, people are going.
This guy is saying that Vybz Kartel is scamming people, and he's scamming the people them like the church. How is he scamming the people? I mean, I don't know. I don't see how he's scamming the people, because the people is what is paying for what they want. They're paying for what they want. They're paying for the services. Now, yes, it's a lot of money, but the people are paying it. The man is in demand. It's nothing new. It's nothing new that he's doing. But I totally get what the guy is saying. I totally get what he's saying. You understand me? I totally get what he's saying. But I mean, he ain't robbing nobody. He didn't put a whatever to their head and tell them to buy his tickets. He just said, I don't know, man. Listen, this ain't my fight. I don't know nothing. Y'all leave me at this. I'm leaving this one. I'm out of this one. I'm not even staying in this one. I'ma stay out of this one, honey. You have some people that are gonna complain and say that Vybz Kartel is not singing, because trust me, you have patrons that were going to Vybz Kartel's show, that have gone to his show, that was complaining that he's not singing and that he's lip singing. Yes, you have patrons, and I also posted a video where 2 patrons that were at his show, they said that they said that they're real Gaza fans. Well, listen, if the people them have them situationship, they're the ones that's paying. But they say that he can't sing and he can't breathe. Listen, they're the ones that said it, not me. But what they have to remember is Vybz Kartel is sick. He's still sick. He's still, you know, in my view, I think Kartel is merely making an appearance. And see, I don't want to say nothing, you know. He's merely making an appearance to his shows. That's what I see. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. He's making an appearance to his shows. Sorry guys, my nose itching from my allergy. He's merely making an appearance to his shows. But there is nothing wrong with that. And because, yeah, if I wanted to see him, I would go see him. And I wouldn't care that he was making an appearance. I would just be happy that he's there. But yeah, that's what he's doing right at this point, because he's not able to manage the shows. And that's why when it comes to this king thing, a lot of people are gonna say whether he deserves to be king or not, because they said he can't perform. because, well, I've heard Gaza fans said that Kartel Ben can't perform. That's what they said, not me. Because I just became a fan 3 years ago. Yes, I just became a fan 3 years ago. I don't know nothing about no Gaza and all these things that you guys are telling me, that I'm not Gaza fan and I'm not this. I'm a Kartel fan. I'm not no Gaza fan. I'm not in no club, because Gaza sounds like a club to me. I'm not in no club. I'm not in no club. I'm a fan of Vybz Kartel and his music. You understand me? By the way, if you want to purchase my earring, this is a gold and this is a 90 centimeters. You can text me to order at 840-207-8968, or you can also text me on my Jamaican number at 876-439-9611. You can also text to order one of my wigs, because I'm wearing my wig, and the wig is just, I washed the wig 2 nights ago and I just put it on my hair and I brush it out. It has not been straightened. This is a straight wig, but it has not been straightened or anything, so the texture is nice and it's just really nice, and you see how it's smooth and everything. So this is a really nice wig. If you don't like it, you can always return it. Yes, I think you can return it, but you're not going to want to return this wig. This wig is really nice, trust me. But anyways, as I was saying before, I can I understand what some people are trying to say, but I'm not the one saying it. At least I don't really try to say nothing out loud, because I know you guys don't like to hear it. But at this point, no, Vybz Kartel is sick. He's not feeling so well, but the fans are still paying, because yes, if I was supposed to go to a Kartel show, I would still go. I would still go, because Kartel is going to be there. I don't think I would really want to see the other people that he's calling out, because I'm going there to see him. So even though he's not performing much, like this guy is saying, he's not performing really much, it looks like. I mean, it seems like he's bringing out all the other art. It's still fun, and I look at excitement to see all the other people, them for them look at 1 or 2 minutes, them look at 1 song or them 2 songs. But the crowd is really there to see Vybz Kartel, even though he's not singing much and he's not performing. And the man tall. Kartel look like him over 6 feet, and then him have bandy leg or something. It seems like he has. So Kartel does look like a big dinosaur. Cost me if I don't want. Him just tall. When he's on stage, he's just tall. He's huge when he's on stage. And he just tumbling around on the stage. But I would still pay to go and see him. I would still pay to go and see him tumble around the stage. I wouldn't really want to see the other people them. I'm there to see Vybz Kartel, and I would enjoy Vybz Kartel. So Sizzler is telling the youths of Trinidad to put down the guns and put down the badness and all these things. What I cannot come to understand is how these Jamaican artists are always quick to speak to other country about either doing good or whatever, and they don't talk to their own country. He's over in Trinidad preaching to the Trinidadian youths to put down the gun, put down the violence, because it doesn't work. Why they don't do that in Jamaica? Why we never have nobody talking to Jamaicans when it comes to crime and violence? We never have our Jamaican people of they call it now, people of whatever, what's the word I'm looking for, guys? People who people look up to, such as our artists. We never have them talking to Jamaicans. We have artists that come to America to demonstrate George Floyd, M-U-R-D-E-R. We have the other day, they had a little situation with a little girl in, was it Guyana, one of them countries? And we have all the Jamaican artists talking about it. And when the same things happen in Jamaica, we don't have nobody talking about the same things that happen in Jamaica. Why is that? Why is that? Make that make sense. Why are Jamaican artists always talking about what's going on in other people's countries instead of their own country? I don't know. But make that make sense. This guy named Squash. This guy named Squash. You guys already should know what I'm talking about. They said that he's an artist and he was arrested in Florida. And he was on bail, but now they say that ice water detained him and all these things. I don't know. Why you guys messing with the young man's mother? Why are people rejoicing over the young man's demise? Why you guys stay like that? Why are you guys telling the lady, telling the mother that she's gonna die for hunger because her son is in prison? Why not stay so? Why you guys stay like this? Why are you guys rejoicing over somebody else's downfall? You guys are telling the lady that now that her son is in prison, she, you know, really. But listen, I'm hearing some talks. I don't know if it's true. Well, actually, I read it in the news. It says that Squash is allegedly involved in some gang ties and all these things and gang this and gang that. Boy, oh boy, I don't even know what to say now. It is alleged. And it is pretty sad, you know, because if this mother is condoning this type of behavior with her son, it's not good. Right? It's not good whatsoever. It is not good whatsoever if she is condoning these type of behaviors from her son. Why oh boy. But at the end of the day, guys, I don't know if maybe that's the reason why people are cussing the mother and telling her she's gonna suffer now that her son is away. Because, you know, if the police are right and Squash is a bad person that is involved in gang ties, then we know the things that normally comes with these type of situations. But I digress. He's a nice looking young man, and we wish nothing but the best for, you know, our youths. He's probably as old as me, I really don't know. I wish him nothing but the best in life. I wish everybody nothing but the best in life, and we don't want to judge the lady and speak ill about anybody at all. So I don't know, I think you guys should stop that. Like the lady saying, no, that's her son. That's her son. At least he's not D-E-A-D, is what she said. She said she's not broke and she's not hungry. The lady has feelings, is what I want to tell you guys. She has feelings. You understand me? The lady has feelings. And I don't think that we should continue to wish bad upon the lady, because she has feelings. That's her son. That's her son. So I'm gonna just have a little heart, guys, please, and thank you. The lady's son must come off her son name. So me I beg you to come off the lady's son name. Our son, you know. So come off the lady's son name. Okay, guys, don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell and choose all so that you'll be notified when I drop another video.